Hi, everybody. 3 News senior meteorologist Matt Wintz. We've got weather impact alert days on the way, and wouldn't you know it, it coincides with holiday travel around here. If you're leaving today on Tuesday, it's not bad. We have a little wind around, but overall we'll have clearing skies this afternoon. Great for travel, and even early tomorrow looks good. The earlier you can leave on Wednesday, the better weather-wise. This isn't a blockbuster system moving in, but it's going to be impactful. So in terms of the time frame of that, as we head into the daytime tomorrow, we've got late afternoon and then especially late evening and an overnight. Wet snowflakes are going to mix in with the rain. It's just going to get a little sloppy around here. Not expecting a lot of snow on the roads or anything like that, but it'll be wet and we'll have some moisture falling from that sky as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. By Wednesday night, we'll pick up some wet snow. That wet snow carries into Thanksgiving morning itself, may have a coating, maybe an inch or so if we get all wet snow. Wednesday night into Thursday morning. The problem is we're right on the border. I mean, we are right on the dividing line between what's going to be wet snow or rain. So it's just going to kind of mix in at times. And then we should back off. Much of Thanksgiving kind of goes quiet during the day. And then Thursday night into Friday, yeah, you're reading it right. Lake effect snow is going to take over, and this is really going to be the main story. Once we get beyond Thanksgiving, we have some significant lake effect snow potential out in the primary snow belt east of Cleveland. So let's take you through it. We're going to pick it up Wednesday morning. Again, if you're traveling, you're just fine. We've got clouds around. Here's your temp. There's your wind chill. So the wind chill is really the number you need to pay attention to, what it feels like. By noon, we're still dry. We're developing a nice southwest wind, but dry for travel early Wednesday. As we get into the afternoon and evening, though, here comes this moisture overspreading the area. Again, mix of some wet snowflakes and rain initially. We'll likely change over to more wet snow than rain as we cool the atmosphere on into Wednesday night. Most of the Cleveland area, as it looks right now, will just be scattered, and then it gets a little bit better organized down towards the south. If you do have travel plans on Wednesday afternoon or evening down towards Columbus, though, you will encounter that moisture all the way down to Columbus, even Cincinnati. So keep that in mind. Maybe you're heading to Youngstown or Pittsburgh or Toledo. Those areas look a little bit better, at least initially. Wednesday night into Thursday, the main system moves through. We're on the northern side of this low, so I do expect wet snowflakes, pretty common as we go in here Wednesday night and Thursday. This is where your coating comes from, waking up Thursday morning. So if you're leaving early on Thanksgiving, we may have some slush on area roadways. Temperature should be above freezing, so as long as they're treated, they'll be fine. And then eventually that'll pull on out, and you notice by Thursday, by noon, maybe some sun peaks around here, but it goes kind of quiet during the day for Thanksgiving itself. How much snow? This is an early look at it, but again, it's not truth. This is just a model's take of how much snow falls. And you notice it's favoring mainly areas down to the south, maybe a slushy coating to an inch or two of wet snow. That would compact, and again, I'm not expecting much of that on area roadways. In terms of travel, if you're traveling area roadways even beyond what our local map shows here, we'll show you where this system is down towards Kentucky. Nashville are going to be getting a little rain off of this. And then as it skirts east, notice interior PA along the turnpike, that's going to be impacted up towards New York, I-90, and then eventually interior New England is going to get some accumulating snow out of this on Thanksgiving. So impacts will be felt there. All right, let's talk lake snow because there's a lot of it coming our way. As this system goes by, we've got cold air in place, and watch how it wraps that cold air in. So Thursday evening, Thanksgiving evening, nice and quiet here on the home front. But by Thursday night, that wind is going to lock in. And notice how we're developing lake effect bands connecting with Lake Michigan and Lake Erie as well. Lake effect snow machine, as cold air comes in aloft, will be going strong, especially in our primary snow belt. By Friday, we'll likely have heavy snow east of Cleveland that stretches up towards Erie. If you have travel plans on I-90 between Cleveland and Buffalo, which includes Erie, Pennsylvania, I would forget about it as we go into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I would avoid that at all costs because we're going to have some decent lake effect bands at some point. Saturday may back off more towards Buffalo. We'll see. And then another clipper goes by Sunday night that brings that snow back into our area as it looks right now. And eventually we may get more of a northwesterly fetch, which would bring our secondary snow belt into play as we go into Monday and Tuesday. Another system potentially next week swings through, keeping that lake effect snow machine going. How much snow are we talking? Well, we're not putting official totals on it yet, but I want to look at potential. And you notice areas in red, that's over a foot. We could see multiple feet of snow before this is all said and done by later next week in areas of the primary snow belt, maybe even eastern Cuyahoga County up towards Erie and Buffalo. So again, I-90, forget about it this weekend. That includes people that are traveling back on Sunday. If you can head the Turnpike instead, somewhere down to the south, I would do it. But notice it's going to turn a lot snowier around here as we go into the extended. All right, weather impact alert days kicking in Wednesday for Thanksgiving itself into Friday. And then as we go beyond that, we stay cold with lake effect snow almost daily, at least through next Thursday.